Sheck Wes has dropped like a week ago. I was just curious how you're feeling about it. Like,
Okay, well, I'm feeling good.
has it hit hearts as you hoped?
Yeah, I actually didn't have any hopes for this track.
Oh,
Um,
really?
I had a lot. I had planned other tracks to be released. Like this one was more. It just came. It was more like it's more of a stream of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah, I
actually
feel that.
felt like I needed to vent. And I didn't. I didn't actually think that people would. I knew some people would enjoy it. I knew it was just gonna be like for people who actually like to hear um what's it called, introspective stuff. Who have listened, they enjoy it.
Yeah, like the lyrics are yeah, they're just impeccable, bro. They're like they do scream volumes at me. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna kind of paraphrase and quote you.
Left the states, moved to a states, I know where I can nap. Papa kicked me out and he didn't care where I was sleeping at. 10 pounds to my name, but lost that to a sneak attack. Life and noise, roses teachers never teach you that. 14 months I spent on couches, that's the deepest fat that held me back, that kept me going through the motions. When I cracked, I projected emotions on some people, wish to take that back, but that ain't how it works. I guess I'm evil, I don't wanna chat, cause I still feel the hurt and there's a sequel, can't escape the past.
Yeah, like I was listening to it. Obviously, like those couches was your couch.
Exactly that. It's the family, you know. That's why it hits me.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think like the track is really like a big reflection on the past few. It's just coming from England, really. You know what I'm saying? I think couch surfing and like not having a place to stay really was a big part of. It built a lot of character. You know what I'm saying? So trying to still get things done while shit is kind of down at the same time. You know. So and that this the show is really deep. Couldn't walk the path. That's more like couldn't heed the knowledge. Like that's more like I knew what I needed to be doing, but I wasn't. So I was just hurting myself in the process. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like it was called West at first, like because moving west, like moving left, like you know what I'm saying. But so that's what it's for, you know.
Yeah, I feel that. So is that like, I mean, you kind of covered it. Is that like your intention through your lyrics in this one? Like,
And it,
I mean, you said earlier it was kind of like a rant. Was you just
mhm.
getting shit? Was it just getting shit off your chest? Did you
Really,
actually write it down, or is it just off the top?
honestly, this is V's room. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell
Made
her.
it in here. I made it in here, all in the head, bro. Like it wasn't written. I just kept repeating it, the lyrics to myself, and it really was a rant because even there's a hook. It goes like hook, verse, and
Yeah,
it was never a hook in the middle. It was literally just a hook and me going straight,
yeah,
and like I remade it for listening purposes. So I was just really like, I need to say. I wrote it for myself. Like a lot of the time, I write for myself, but with the listening for other people. But this one was strictly for myself.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I feel that. So, do you have like you have moments when you sit and must write on your own, and then you also have moments when you just, go for it, like you just said, it's just off the top, it's from within and everything. Does writing do something for you personally at all?
Yeah, just creating because like there's so many different ways to make the song, but it, sometimes it's just like yo, like, I have too much energy, you know what I'm saying, or I'm just really hype, and then I have to like put it on the mic, you know what I'm saying, or like I have to just I'm recording my life. That's the main thing, you know what I'm saying, so I can look back and not forget how I felt, you know.
Yeah. So, um, have you always used poetry as an escape, like as a kid? Were you a writer at all? Was it something you were like good at, or was it something you ever did, or is it something you kind of just did it happen?
Uh, it definitely started poetry. You know what I'm saying? I will say that I'll say reading books was my escape. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying? And then it turned into I just enjoyed reading, and then like I wanted to be an author, and then that went to poetry to music. But I feel like I don't think music is an escape. I think music's the complete opposite. It kind of puts me right into the thing. So I need to like see. words to explain it. So that's I like it for that reason.
Is like music like a huge part of your life then? Do you find you need music, like you rely on it, or do you kind of rely on your process of making music, embodying music?
I think until like a couple of months ago, I realized it, and then I was on the bus, and then I realized I really, I really do define myself on me being a rapper, and I just was like, well, that's even though that's nice, that's still like ego in itself. So I'm coming to the point where like music is what I like to do, and it's not yeah. For me to be ultimately happy, like that's what I'm gonna do. But I've come to a point where I don't rely on it too much for me to be myself. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I like to do, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't define you then necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, did you find it became a part of you, like
Yeah,
wholly instead of just partly?
yeah, exactly. It's like you can't identify too much with anything. Like obviously, it's harder to do that with things that you love, but the rule remains the same. Like, you know what I mean? So I just remember that like it's who I am is deeper than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why like I always feel like we have like a mad connection, because like the music I like personally has always been like connected to the lyricism, being like a keen writer myself. So like I always hear that, I always like, whenever you get reviews off me, it's always like noting like your lyricism and everything. Like, I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
What's your what's your like favorite thing out there right now? Like what are you listening to? What are you obsessed with? Is there anything like hitting you?
I'm
Mate, this one
like
always gets people.
Star Trek Discovery. That's cool. That's really dope.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that. Is it good?
Yeah, it's really like it's actually about shrooms. If you really actually are paying attention.
What do you mean?
If you're paying attention, bro, it's about shrooms. They're
Okay,
literally talking about mycelium.
sure.
Yeah, mycelium, spores, all of that. So Star Trek for sure. Beam, Baby Keem,
Baby Keem.
and yeah, like editing videos now, getting back into that. So that I'll say that's my newest obsession because I've decided
What
to
editing? So,
videos.
what are you on for editing? What are you using?
Premiere Pro.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Adobe.
So, what are you working on then? You got new music videos coming out or something?
Well, we have a video. I'm working on the video for Sheck Wes. Hopefully, I'll finish that today, tomorrow, and I'll put it out sometime next week, so that I can start promoting a new track, which is called Guidance. Which it's not rapping; it's more of like the auto-tune wavy stuff. But it's my favorite track I've ever made my whole life, and I've been listening to it for months. So I just want to put it out.
Yes. I know how much you're sitting on, bro. Like, I'm keen. Like, I'm just sitting here knowing everyone's got fire, everyone's got gas waiting to come out, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Happy birthday boy, Alpha.
Oh yeah, Alpha's got Serenade dropping soon, by the way.
Yeah, innit? Serenade, big up.
Free music video if I give you £700, bro. Yeah, that's done. Send me your details. DM me now.
Done. Good price.
I was actually expecting like 7K, but all right, you kind of underdid yourself there.
You're gonna play the game. You gotta play the game right. Aim high. Yeah, I've been wanting to ask you this one. Actually, it's just kind of like a quirky question. Everyone has their own thing. What's your like go-to comfort food, like especially in this like winter time? Is it what you're holding? Sorry.
Nah, it's apple juice.
What are you doing when you're like feeling down or whatever, when your days are getting to you just can't get it right?
I don't think I food for comfort, bro. Like I like food.
Yeah.
I've started to cook more. I used to eat out a lot. So fish dishes. It's like I like to cook up. You know what I'm saying? But like for what I do for is I buy some alcohol, you know, and I get the pen out. That's comfort food is the beats, bro.
Nah, I feel that, yeah. Yeah, that's what you always hear in the writing. That's how you deal with the days.
What's your comfort food, bro?
Me, to be fair, anything just greasy, you know. Fried chicken's always a good one. If I'm down, you bring me some fried chicken, I'll be instantly happy. Mate, any
Alright,
food
bro.
actually. Like, if I'm having a stroke, someone just give me some food and I'll be cool. Like, food controls my life.
Let me know then. Let me know. Add water to that. Good.
Mate, I'm always on the hunt for the best fried chicken, I won't lie. Like, I'm always scouting.
I haven't found the best place yet.
Nah. I mean, Archie,
Oh,
Manchester.
wait. There was a place that we got burgers from recently. What was that shit called? Bro. Burgerism, right?
Burgerism.
We ordered
Oh,
food.
you know, I've heard
They
of
have
this for years.
burgers, bro. And I got buffalo wings from there, and I think they're the best wings that I had, like, from this year anyway.
Yeah, on that. What was it on, like, Uber Eats or something?
Yes.
2 for 1, gang. I'm on that. Mate, this is a big question to kind of end it. To kind of eclipse like a very chilled and laid back interview. How do you handle the complexity of social pressures and expectations, like especially as an artist? There's so much on your shoulders, surely. Like I know, like I don't know. I'm only talking from personal experience. As like an athlete, I always felt the pressure quite heavily. I always struggled to deal with it. To be fair, so I'm curious how artists deal with it.
I think that's actually my favorite question that was in the whole thing. Because I think there's a few parts. I think any artist, whether they're like painting, doing graphics, singing, making rap, it's always gonna be a certain type of pressure because like you're literally putting yourself in a piece, knowing that like some opinions are gonna develop off of it, you know, and like the opinion that is developed might not always be like what you thought people would think about it, and I think the biggest pressure is like being able to remain yourself while still listening to what people are saying and like filter out the bullshit to what the actual criticism is, and then there's like the pressure of not trying to overload people, trying to figure out how to like actually put things out, package yourself, you know what I'm saying? And I think there's so many things that go into it. Like it's like the real pressure I believe is like finding like a way not to miss anything out. And I think the next thing was like, what's the biggest piece of advice you'd give someone? And like, I think from what I've learned for myself, like it would actually be to put all your focus on how to market yourself. Like the biggest thing that I realized like in the past couple months is that most people that I see are focusing on how to look. And that is definitely like a key, but like I think too much focus is going in onto the image. Like if you're making like, bro, this is always an analogy. Like I've bought this buck fast, right? You know what I'm saying? But like bought it because I know it's there. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of fucking tonic wines that we probably have never heard of, and that's because they don't know how to market themselves. So it doesn't matter how good you look. If no one knows you're there, then like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest pressure, I guess, like trying to cut through the noise.
Yeah, it's always like it's just a difficult one, isn't it? It's like you want to stay true to yourself, but taking criticisms and taking on criticisms and doing your best to get better from them, but it's hard through that process. But that's why it's so rewarding, I guess, is because it's an uphill battle constantly to get into where you want to be, where you can be successful being yourself, essentially, through doing your music, I guess, right?
Yep.
See, what you cool. You still hitting home studio then?
I mean, I still don't have home studio set up. Like next week and a half, so probably won't record today, but next week sometime.
Fair. Well, yeah, I'll catch you later, bro.
All right, bro. Peace,
Thanks,
peace.
Kuki. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, everyone. Take care.